Hello there everyone, Oversoul here, and welcome to the new and improved Oversoul Gaming. That's right, we're starting 2018 off differently. Happy New Year's, by the way. It is now 2018 as of midnight last night. And part of my New Year's resolution is to start seeing increased activity among the core audience, as well as being able to bring in some new fans and viewers before the year is over. And how I plan on doing that is with a lot of the changes that I've gone through while I've been on break. And I tell you what, these are probably some of the biggest changes that my channel has made so far, and I made most of them with you guys in mind. A lot of these changes I made were specifically to make things easier on you guys. So I don't want to waste a whole lot of time because we got a Let's Play to get to later today, so I'm just going to go ahead and dig right into the nitty-gritty details. First of all, we are now sticking to a very strict schedule. I will only be uploading videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes Saturdays. The sometimes Saturdays is gonna be when I do things like music videos, reaction compilations, you know, challenge videos, live action comedy skits, stuff like that. Those things we'll still be doing. However, now, Mondays and Wednesdays are going to be dedicated to the current Let's Play that I'm working on. So whatever Let's Play I'm currently doing, you'll get 2 episodes of it a week. Just 2 a week. And I will only focus on one Let's Play at a time. Now, keep in mind I'm saying one Let's Play, because this is where Friday comes in. Fridays, I'm completely doing away with Flashback Fridays. One of the things that I want to do, to help improve my channel is put a much stronger focus on Let's Plays and less on the no commentary stuff and whatnot. Because I know I've always advertised it as a gaming channel for everyone because there's something for everyone here. But the problem with that is you get a lot of people that come in to only watch like the one thing, but they don't stay, you know? And then your core audience gets overwhelmed because you're uploading all these things that they don't want to watch, and they're looking for the Let's Plays, and they get buried within all the other shit. So now it's going to be a lot more structured and organized, and you'll know what to expect when to expect it, so that there's no surprises and nothing catches you off guard anymore. I am keeping some of my no commentary stuff that I worked really hard on. Like, for example, how I took Uncharted 4 and made it into like a 3-movie trilogy thing, or whatever. I'm keeping that because I put a lot of work into it. But stuff like Flashback Fridays is gone. I'm not doing crap like that anymore. And even though I'm still going to keep my how-to videos up, like, you know, the how to save Jessica Until Dawn, and the how to solve the dummy finger puzzle in the Resident Evil 7 video, those are gonna stay. Or like my full like playthrough of Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin with no commentary, those are gonna stay because those videos get enough views consistently that they help me make money on my channel, and I use that money to buy more games that I can do Let's Plays of for you guys. So those videos, what I call my moneymaker videos, they're gonna stay because I would be foolish to get rid of them. They're what's keeping me afloat right now. But from here going forward, you know, moving forward into the future, from here on out, there will be much, 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 much less of that kind of stuff, if even any at all. So anyways, what I was saying was, yeah, so Fridays will now be dedicated specifically to my replays. So you know how I'm still working on that replay of Saw? Well, that'll be Friday's thing now. So if you're watching that, that'll be every Friday. From now on, they're going to be called Friday Replays. If the changes I make to my channel this time don't see any improvement in viewership activity and stuff like that, I'm not gonna sweat it this time. These changes are gonna stick, and they're gonna stay that way for a while because it makes things easier on me. I've already pre-recorded so much stuff that now I can actually take the time to sit there and actually like really put some focus and hardcore thinking into the editing. So that's the long and short of it. That's the schedule now. Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays will be, well, no, Mondays and Wednesdays will be my current Let's Play. And Fridays will be my replay. And speaking of current Let's Play, oh, and Saturday will be the other random stuff. If, and only if I have something to do. There will not be a video every Saturday. There won't. Because I don't have something like that every week ready to go. It's probably going to actually be a little while before my next reactions and highlights because I went on break. So I'm going to need some material from some of this content that I've already recorded, but you guys haven't seen yet because it's not out yet. So, speaking of Let's Plays, now that you know my new schedule, speaking of Let's Plays, the first one will actually be later tonight. Now, this is the one and only time that I'm going to upload more than one video in a day, because that's another thing that's going to be completely cut out. You won't see me do that again for a long time. But, since today is Monday, and it is the first of the year and the month, you know, and today I had to do this little update video to kind of, so you guys would know what to expect. I wanted to give you guys time to see it before tonight's Let's Play, which, by the way, is going to be the first episode of the Not a Hero DLC for Resident Evil 7. And just so you guys kind of know what to expect throughout the month, I've already pre-recorded a whole bunch of stuff. There is going to be a lot of VR stuff here in the near future. Like, pretty much every Let's Play I'm going to be doing, except for my Saw replay, like, for, like, the next 4 or 5 Let's Plays, is all VR shit. This leads me into more changes. You may have noticed that my main channel page has gone through another facelift, as it were. Basically, now you may have noticed that I got rid of the section called No Commentary Playthroughs, and I've replaced it with Music by Funky Hurdles, and I actually bumped that up a bit so that it's now like the third thing you see on my main channel page. And, you know, on top of the no commentary stuff that I didn't want to keep, one of the other things I went back and deleted a lot of was a lot of stupid, really cringy, dumbass videos that I did before I did my first Let's Play of Soma. One thing I might do, because sometimes I still just get that recording itch, you know? Like, I'll be sitting there playing something for nostalgia purposes I've already played, and I'll be like, man, I don't want to do a Let's Play this, but I do want to record it. Like, I just want to record it just because I like recording things. I just like hitting that record button and just watching it go. And I don't know why. Ever since I was a little kid, I always had this weird thing about loving to record shit. Like, when I lived with my great-grandmother, I would take, like, a tape recorder, and I would go out to the TV, like Ed, Ed and Eddie, or Courage the Cowardly Dog, or Johnny Bravo, or something would be playing, and I would actually hit the record button on the little audio tape recorder, and I would record the audio of the TV show, like, off the TV speaker onto the tape recorder, and then go back later with headphones and listen to it. And I've always had really good photographic memory ever since I was really young. It's why I'm so good at figuring out where I'm going in games a lot of the time. Well, not always, but, you know. It's why I can retrace my steps so well when I'm being chased by a monster. I would listen to these episodes that I would record back, just the audio, and then really picture the whole thing in my head as I'm listening to it, as if I was watching it again. But the point is, I've always had this thing for recording, you know? I once had a VHS DVD combo thing that had a built-in DVD burner. And what I would do is I would play Kingdom Hearts, and I would record the gameplay on the VHS tape. And, like, I would always pause it when I would go into menus to screw around with stuff and things, so that it didn't look so much like a game. And then I would go back and watch it on the VHS tape and put a DVD in the other side, and what was playing on the VHS tape would be burned onto the DVD, and I'd be like, hey, I made Kingdom Hearts into a movie! like, that was me as a kid. That was my hobby, was fucking around with the shit that I'm basically trying to do now as an actual career. But back then, let's be honest, it's still a hobby. It's a glorified hobby, but it's a hobby nonetheless. But as you can see, ever since I was young, I've always had a passion for this recording thing. Now, I completely forgot where I was going with this. Oh, yeah. So, me, sometimes I just have to record things, even if there's no real reason for it. It's just like, you know, a part of me just wants a piece of data that I can look back on later and say, yeah, I did that, you know, and just watch it for enjoyment and nostalgia. So what I may do is, I have an alternate channel, Oversoul Gaming 2, which I was using for a while back when I had some copyright controversy with the Lindsey Sterling song. My channel was not itself for a while. I was limited to what I could upload and how long it could be and stuff like that, and I couldn't live stream. So, and that's before I had all this proper recording equipment, so live streaming was exclusively how I recorded my videos. I would live stream them on YouTube, then download the stream, and then edit it in Movie Maker, and then re-upload it. Yeah, it's awful. But that was what I had to do. I had to improvise. I've always been really good at finding creative ways to work around what I don't have by using what I do have to my advantage the best way I can. That's the channel I was using to upload stuff for a while, and then eventually when I got my main channel back to normal, I took down everything from that channel and re-uploaded it to my main one, but I actually lost some Let's Plays because they didn't transfer right. Firewatch, for example. I had a whole 4-episode playthrough of Firewatch, but the first episode, about 15 minutes in, just freezes, and the audio keeps going. The audio keeps going, but the video just freezes, and it stays that way for like a good 10 minutes, and then it just jumps to wherever it was. Anyways, I'm rambling. My point is, I might use Oversoul Gaming 2 from now on to upload some of those different things that I want to upload that are just like strictly gameplay stuff that aren't Let's Plays, you know, just like side shit, like different side gaming stuff. Like, I might even upload any future like how-to stuff on there, maybe, depending on what it is. If I think it'll get more attention on my main channel and I know I can actually earn money off of it there, then I'll do it there. But, you know, because that's the smart thing to do. But I don't want to overwhelm you guys with a bunch of nonsense that you're not interested in anymore, because right now my focus is trying to improve the activity and the viewership among my core audience by making things easier on them, you know, because I've heard what you guys have said to me, I've heard the complaints, I've heard the feedback, I've heard the criticism, I get it, you know, and I know that it's not all my fault either. I know that I could be doing things to make it easier on you guys, which I am doing. That's what a lot of this is about. However, I also know that it was the holidays and people are busy, they have their own schedules, they have other people they watch, other things going on, so, you know, I have a hard time not blaming myself because, you know, the way I see it, when it comes to YouTube, your success is based off of your audience, but you don't want to put that kind of pressure on them. So a lot of what you have to do is kind of look at maybe what you might be doing wrong that's pushing them away, or things you could improve on. But it causes a big blow to the self-esteem, because then you put all the pressure on yourself and you don't, like, you know, you don't tend to consider things like people are busy, or they just don't have the time anymore, or some people just fell off for reasons that are completely unknown. It's not necessarily your fault. Maybe things just changed in their life, you know, stuff like that. And I'm gonna get better at realizing these things and accepting them, because I need to get better at doing that. One change I forgot to mention, which I meant to mention with the new schedule, by the way, which is one of the things I'm gonna do to help make things easier on you guys, is that also my video length is going to be, like, cut severely. I know that I've said that when it gets closer to the end of a Let's Play, if we have to, like, shoot up to, like, an hour or so to, like, squeeze it into the end, you know, that's excusable. But the thing I've realized is that when you are a smaller channel like me, you just can't do that. You just can't. So when it comes to the video length, now, I am cutting myself down to 40 minutes. Now, I know a lot of people still prefer somewhere between 15 and 30, you know, I've heard a couple of people say that 30 should be the cutoff point. However, I need to be able to compromise these things with you guys if my channel is ever actually going to grow, and I need you guys to understand that on YouTube side of things, they want us doing longer videos because all they care about is watch time. However, I can't do long videos with the audience I currently have and get away with it. So, I have to compromise in a way that there's a cutoff point so that the videos aren't too long, but still long enough that YouTube is happy. So my cutoff point is 40 minutes. Does that mean every video will be 40 minutes? Fuck no. Half the shit I recorded that you guys are about to see is all, like, in the realm of, like, 20, 30 minutes. But that does mean that 40 minutes is the maximum I'm willing to do for any normal Let's Play. Now, if the only time I might make an exception, and even then it will be very, very strict exception, is, say, I'm playing something that can easily be done in one playthrough and it's going to take like 45 minutes instead of 40. Okay, that's fine. That's doable. I can understand that, because it would be so stupid to just do, like, you know, one 40-minute video and then one 5-minute video. And yeah, I know I can split it into like 20-20, but sometimes some games don't give you good stopping points like that, you know? Like, I had to do Accounting Plus in one playthrough because there's no good stopping point. And it sucked for me because I couldn't really immerse myself in the game as much as I wanted to and really take the time in each level to explore the way I wanted to, because I kept looking at the clock and I was like, well, I have to keep this under a certain amount of time, so I need to move this shit along. My total recording time came in at 42 minutes, which the actual video is going to be shorter because of editing, but like that's the kind of shit I'm talking about, where I cut it close there. And that game has way much more to offer than I was able to see in that 42-minute sitting, but I had to keep it going. I had to keep it going for the sake of you guys, you know? So there has to be a compromise. There has to be a point where I'm doing what I can to make things easier on you guys, but also not sacrificing my artistic integrity in the process. And so compromise is the best way to do that. For example, I know some people don't like my outro, and I know some people don't like that I do like musical loops at the end of my videos, but some people really do like that and would be upset if I got rid of them. So we have to compromise these things. I try to not take as long with my outro anymore, and I've kind of cut the length of the loops just enough that they fit the 20-second time frame for the end cards on YouTube. So everything is timed nice and neat as well, and that's just part of the compromise. I didn't get rid of it because there are people that like it, but for the people that don't like it, I've shortened it so that it's not as torturous for them to sit through, you know, as there are some people who, even though they don't want to, they will still force themselves to sit through it so that they can finish the video out, and that I still get like the full watch credit because they are nice people and I love them. Just gotta remember, sometimes you have to clown it up a bit on here for the sake of entertainment, because, you know, that's what helps you move forward. You know, I'm probably one of the most genuine Let's Players you'll find out there, in the sense that I don't sugarcoat things when something pisses me off about a game, or, you know, I don't, like, glorify it if I'm actually upset about it, and I don't try to censor myself too much either. But at the same time, there will be moments where I might have to put on a little bit of a, you know, not being fake, but just a little bit of an acting. Like I might overdo it a little bit sometimes with the goofiness and shit, because a lot of that is what people come for when they watch Let's Plays, you know? And it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is why I try not to do that too much, but you have to keep it entertaining. I can't just sit there and drone on like Ben Stein boringly, because ain't nobody gonna watch that shit. So I mentioned earlier that Funky Hurdle's music now has a prominent display on my channel, on my main channel page. And the reason for that is because him and I have gotten to talking recently, and we've been doing some brainstorming about ways that we can try to help bring some more attention to his channel as well. Because, and some of this comes from things that I've actually been sitting here and thinking about for a while myself. I felt bad. For example, a few months back, I was looking at my channel, and I was looking at his, and I was like, man, I really wish I could, you know, get him some more fans and stuff. I've been trying, you know, and I was like, maybe I should stop using his music. I started feeling guilty, but not like completely like, you know, with the music videos and stuff, more like, because the music videos are collaborations that we work together on, that we do. It's a partnership thing. But if you've seen my challenge videos and vlogs like this, you might have heard some of his music in the background of those, and that's the kind of shit that I think I'm going to stop doing because I genuinely feel bad. Now, I talked to him about it, and he's like, no, man, it's cool, you can use them, but I'm voluntarily opting out of it, because to me, it's like, if they can hear that music on my channel, what's the point in going to his channel and listening to it, you know? And I need more people to give him more support, because right now, you know, if somebody is a fan of his, but not a fan of mine, because that is possible. I mean, I have people on my side of things that are like fans of me, but not fans of his music, and some of them will still force themselves to sit through the music videos anyways, even though they don't like the music, because they're supporting me. And again, I thank you, I love you, you're great people, but why would you torture yourself like that? And I'm not saying the music is torture because I love it, but I'm saying if you don't like it and you'd force yourself to sit through it, why would you do that? Not that I don't appreciate it, but still. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, somebody from the outside looking in that isn't aware of our collaborations can easily go to one of the music videos on my channel and look at all of the praise and attention that it gets in the comments and all of the likes and the views and stuff like that, and then look at the same song on his channel, and they can easily put 2 and 2 together and be like, hey, this guy is stealing all the glory from this guy by using his music on his channel. You know, they may not be aware of the collaboration process or something like that. And so, to them, it looks bad. I never intended for this to be, like, coming across as a Markiplier and Ethan thing or something like that, where, like, I'm the boss and Funky Hurdles is some kind of lackey of mine. No, that's not the case at all. I don't run any kind of circus. You know, that's not how it is. We are equals in my eyes. And if anything, I'm actually at his mercy when it comes to a lot of these collaboration things, because the music is the most important part. And if you don't believe me, I dare you to go to any one of the music videos on my channel, mute the audio, and try watching it without the audio. And then you come back and tell me how important the music is to the music video. I mean, it's in the goddamn title, music video. And the problem is, it's not that I don't appreciate the support for the music videos. I do, obviously. I'm glad that you guys love them, but I don't think enough people truly appreciate how much work he puts into them. Like, I know you see all the work that I put into it because you see the visual editing and you see how I sync it up to the music and everything and all the attention to detail, and I'm glad. But the music itself is just as hard, if not harder, to make, I'm sure. I can't do what he does. He can do what I does. Wait. That came out wrong. I can't do what he does, but he can do what I do. God damn it, I can't even say it now. You get the point, though. He knows how to edit videos. I don't know how to make music. So he could easily do what I'm doing by himself. He doesn't need me, I need him. So I don't want anyone to ever forget how important his music actually is to the music videos that I do. That being said, we are going to go through a couple of changes to kind of help put the focus more on him when it comes to these things, to kind of help put him in the limelight a little bit more. So from now on, whenever we do a music video together, we're actually going to release the music first. The music will be released on his channel a week before the music video itself on my channel. And then after the music on his channel has been out for a week and everyone has had a chance to hear it and everything, then a week later I'll put the music video on my channel, which is the way we should have been doing it in the first place. You know, his part in this is so much more important than mine that he deserves pretty much all the credit. I mean, yes, it is hard to edit those videos to the music and stuff, and I'm glad that you guys like them. I'm glad I'm getting better at them, but I can't do that to just any old music. I need his music for those music videos, because the way that he makes it is that he watches my Let's Play of a game, and then he makes music inspired by that game after watching the Let's Play, and then I make the music video to the music, because the music is edited in such a way that it's intended with the music video in mind. He gives me certain audio cues and shit like that in there, and we just work really well together. It's such a great partnership. I don't ever want to see it end. But the thing is, if we can't start getting more support over to his channel, things might change and he might have to start focusing on himself more, you know, to really, you know, help, because as it stands right now, it kind of looks like working with me is hurting him more than helping him, and we need it to be the other way around if we want it to continue, you know. So, I mean, we talked about it. We don't have any plans anytime in the near future to stop the collaborations, but we don't really have any material for another music video anytime soon either. He is currently playing through Hellblade, and take this with a grain of salt, because this is in no way, shape, or form a guaranteed thing, but he is currently playing Hellblade, and if it inspires him to make music, I would be willing to do a music video for that. I would love to do a Hellblade music video, so. But as it stands right now, I don't know if I can actually, like, share any details with you guys or not, because I don't know how under his hat he's keeping it, but he's working on a project at the moment that he's putting all of his attention onto, so we're going to take a break from the collaboration thing for a little bit anyways while he works on this project, and then when he's done with it, we're going to see how it does, how the project he's working on does, like after he releases it, and then we'll go from there. Also, speaking of Funky Hurdles, he recently went on vacation to the Western Caribbean, and he has some nice vacation photos he said I could share with you during the credits of this video, so keep an eye out for those at the end. Now, the last thing I wanted to do was I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a promise here and just, you know, and apologize. Because I want to apologize because I know it seems like I've been very pushy with my videos and stuff in the past. Like, I'm shoving them down people's throats and stuff, and a lot of you know this already, and a lot of you don't. And I'm not trying to make excuses, but I just, you know, want to say again, a lot of it for me is the anxiety I have, which is a side effect of PTSD, which I was diagnosed with recently a few years ago, because I had a traumatic childhood, a lot of childhood trauma, and it's like a result of that. I have trust issues. I have a hard time being left in the dark about things, and I chose one of the stupidest things I could possibly do for a career when you have a disability like this, but at the same time, it's like the only thing I can do, because I've been diagnosed basically unfit to work. Like, you know, I'm considered too disabled, and I've tried to go to college and stuff for it, or to try and better my life, and I couldn't even do that. So I've been trying my hand at this because it's a way that I can be social without actually being social, you know, because I'm talking to you guys, but what I'm really talking to is myself on a phone. I can see me right there. And you know, this comes easily to me. Doing stuff like this comes easily to me, and I'm really passionate about gaming and stuff, and I'd like to make a career out of this. I really would. But I'm not looking for fame and fortune like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and all them. I don't necessarily want to be on that pedestal, because that might be a little too much for me. That might be overwhelming, you know, because then I'll have to start doing shit like going to conventions and shit, and I don't know that. But honestly, I just want to get to a point where I can make like a somewhat stable living off of this, you know. If I can just get to a point where I can make like a couple $100s a month, I'd be fine. Now, I'm slowly but surely getting there somehow. Last month I made $11 off of this, which is the most I've ever made off of this so far. And I used it to buy Accounting Plus, which I did a Let's Play of for you guys that will be coming out later this month, hopefully. And the vicious cycle continues. But my point in telling you about my past is basically that I've been told by a lot of people that, you know, I'm just a lazy government sponge and I'll never amount to anything, and I'm not deserving of anything that I have, and, you know, I don't deserve to be happy, and I don't deserve who I'm with, and shit like that. And I want to prove them all wrong. I want this to be successful, if for no other reason than I can prove them wrong, but also because I am tired of actually feeling that way. You know, many days go by where I just feel completely useless, and like nobody really likes me because like I'm just, you know, that kind of person, just that like I don't contribute anything good to society, you know, I don't give back in any way. And I'm tired of feeling like that kind of person, and I want to be able to say that that's not me, you know. I want to, you know, I hate that I have to rely on Steph to pay for it when we go out to, like, movies and stuff. I want to be able to pay for these things, so it's part of the reason that I'm trying to be successful at this, but I only want to be successful enough to be, you know, successful. I don't need to be, like, super popular and up there with millions and millions of subscribers. I just want to be, you know, just enough to be, you know, recognized, and not like fame, but just be like, oh hey, you know, I know that guy, he's cool, and just enough to make a living off of, and, you know, help contribute to things around here. And I feel genuinely bad about being so pushy and stuff with the videos, because I feel like I might have unintentionally pushed some people away, or annoyed people into never watching anything. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to stop caring about my stats, because I'm not. These are things I have to care about. I have to be able to look at my stats every so often and see how I'm doing, because that's how I improve. By looking at what I'm doing right, looking at what I'm doing wrong, and changing things. And I'm really grateful for the feedback that you guys give me. Please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything else that you think I could be doing better, or if you think I'm fine as is, or anything like that, you know. I'd love to know. I want to promise to you guys that my goal, even though I'm going to try to become successful at this, at the same time, I'm also just going to work really, really hard at making things as easy as possible for you guys to enjoy the content and stay caught up on it and everything without feeling overwhelmed or pressured or anything like that. This is going to be all about you from now on. I'm sticking to a very strict schedule so that you know what to expect and when to expect it, you know? I'm cutting the length of my videos down so that you guys don't feel overwhelmed by long videos anymore. You know, and stuff like that. I'm sticking to Let's Plays so that you guys have the sense of familiarity and you know what you're getting out of me. And if it still doesn't work, then so be it. I'm done making changes to my channel. At this point, it's just like, whatever. I'm just gonna go with the flow and hope that it flows in my direction. But as I've said before, at the same time, if there was only even one of you watching, I would still do this just for you, because I enjoy doing it. That's just a big part of it. I enjoy doing it. I really do like doing this. I do. So with all that being said, I know it was a lot to get through, and I'm sorry. I had a huge update video because I was gone for over a month. But now, it's time to put all of that crazy shit in the past behind us and look forward to 2018 with a fresh face and a new start for me and for you. We're gonna do things right this time. 2018 is gonna be different. I'm looking to give you quality content at a steady pace with all of the glorious commentary and comedy that you've come to know and love, and then some. Everything is going to get better. So anyways, as usual, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye.